Greetings and salutations. How's it going? It's Danthol again. We're back for another episode of Virtual Reality in VR. Last episode, catch my breath. I wanted to do that, but I forgot to say it long. You have to say it long so you can put the echo effect on it properly. Anyways, that's how it goes. How's it going? It's me. I forget I'm looking at the camera, but I'm looking at the camera through the pass-through. It's really neat. Let me turn this off so we can do an episode proper. This week's been a really fun week. Of course, it is, well, at the time of the recording, it is October 16th, I believe, 16th or 17th, one of those days. It's a week after the Meta Quest 3 release. So I've been using it every single day since then. That's my goal as part of this whole virtual reality and VR thing you're watching. It's mostly a blog about my experience and the things that I do in the virtual reality headset. I talk about that, and I talk about things that are going to be coming up, things that have come out in the past, reviews, all of that kind of stuff. It's just virtual reality is an exciting new technology still. I know it's been out for a while, but I think the Quest 3 is like the first sign of virtual reality moving into the next thing, which is the augmented reality or the mixed reality. They call it XR sometimes, all the things you can do with it. So this week, went to Walmart and I scored a cable here. This is the cable for the Oculus Quest 2. Is marked down to $30 at Walmart because they're clearing out all that old Quest 2 stuff now. They even had Quest 2 or Quest 3s plus the battery packs, plus the Elite straps and things in Walmart, which I found kind of interesting that they would be available in stores, but it's good. It's accessible. They're out there in the wild. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my first week with the Oculus Quest Meta Quest. I called it Oculus. I still want to call it Oculus. It was Oculus before. Now it's Meta Quest. And Meta's like, but Meta's Facebook, but Facebook is Facebook. It's all confusing stuff. This week, I decided instead of going and buying a bunch of new games, I bought one game, but instead of doing that, just try and see what's out there, the demo stuff. So I played some fun demos. First, I played the demo for REZ. And REZ, of course, is a older game that was then converted into VR. You see it up here. Look, you know what REZ is. But the demo looked really nice in the Quest 3, the headset. Everything came out really clear. The demo was enough to beat the whole first level of the game. That was cool. Played the Fruit Ninja 2 demo, which I played the first Fruit Ninja, which was great. On the PSVR 1, it was a good budget title and it's good to be able to slash fruit, and it was very kind of limited. And I remember when I was reviewing that game, I said it would be fun if they added more adventure modes and more things you can do and all of that. And that's what Fruit Ninja 2 is. And I don't know, it doesn't really work. The demo was okay. The demo was enough to go and find something to do, but it wasn't easy in the story mode to necessarily figure out what it is you were supposed to do. Also played some games that I bought back in the day to see how they would look in the Quest 3 for tests. Played a little bit of the Dash Racing, which at the end of the video, we're going to have a special part of the video where you can see Dash Racing in 3D. We'll talk about that later. Also played Boneworks. Boneworks has been out on the Quest 2 for like a year now, I think. They just announced their anniversary of the game. Boneworks still looks great. Plays great on the Quest 3. I didn't notice any real enhancements. It might have been running smoother. I could have played Boneworks a little bit more when it came out on the Quest 2. But it didn't run very smooth. It kind of nauseated me. I didn't have that same experience on the Quest 3. I went and I grabbed a sword and I started beating up dudes and skeletons and everything, and that was fun. And then next I went into Big Screen, which is the place, of course, that you can go and watch VR movies. I wouldn't say VR, 3D movies, but you're in a VR theater watching 3D movies. You can also watch flat movies, and what's nice is you're in there with the audience. So, you know, if there's a funny scene, you can hear people laughing or, you know, whatever else. Went and watched pretty much half of Leprechaun in the Hood, which is a goofy movie. You know, it's a horror thriller. You know, the Leprechaun, Warwick Davis, getting people with his claws and speaking in limericks. So that was a lot of fun to do in a social environment. So I like to see that social aspect of VR is still going strong out there. And then over the last couple days, I just wanted to kind of experiment and see what this new headset can do. I mean, it's incredible. Of course, you got the cameras and the depth sensor, and you have the other sensors that are on there. And all of this makes it possible to just walk around your house or even walk around in your backyard, which I did. I took it out in the backyard, and I've got these 31 steps to my pad, and it's like I can go out there and just kind of hang out, have fires or whatever. But I went out there, chased some cats around, neighborhood, you know, alley cats, feral kittens, whatever. You know, just took a look around. It seems like it's relatively safe to be using this in outdoors environments, at least limited outdoors environments, because the cameras on the front of the headset are a lot more like the cameras on your phone. It's the same kind of thing. These are the wide angle lenses, so the light getting into them will not focus and burn the screens. Now, of course, your lenses here, these are magnifying glasses. If you start messing around with those, put that away. If you start putting the sunlight directly into those lenses, then yeah, you're gonna be in trouble. But I've seen quite a few videos and other people's experiences. Go out there in the big park, draw a giant border, and do crazy stuff in VR where people ride their bikes and watch you and go, what the hell is that guy doing over there? Aside from that, I've really been enjoying using the Quest 3 as my daily fitness. As you can see, big guy, I like to have this stand in front of me in 3D to kind of mask it. It's like, ooh, the stand's kind of, you know, covering him, so he can't be that big. It's the effect. They say, you know, of course, in television, that the camera adds 10 pounds, but there's two of these lenses and they're 180 degrees, so do the math. Either way, I do have a goal to use this thing for fitness every day, pretty much, because I'm planning on using and talking about on social media and on video and things like that about my experience with the Quest 3. One thing that's really cool about having the pass-through is now games are coming through that have pass-through mode, so you can virtually see what's going on in your room around while you play. Synth Riders just added a add-on to that to where you can do pass-through in your house. It's so cool. Like when you get it open, it opens up a portal in your wall, and the balls come through there right in front of you, and you can, you know, you're doing what you do in Synth Riders. You'll see that at the end too. But what's really cool is it feels like it's breaking that barrier, that portal, and coming through to you. You can see the balls come in your room and then exit out the other wall, the opposite wall as it goes through. It is so cool. So at the end of the show, I did a little bit of experiment. Where did I put it at? Oh yeah. This is formerly the inside of the Quest 3 box. I took up the Quest 3 and made a little cradle here so you can fit this in and then put it over the camera. Just imagine I'm putting this on top of there. Right now I won't. And wanted to get a little bit of video to see what it looked like to get through the lenses, through both lenses, 3D video. And it does work. It just doesn't work great. So when you watch these videos, make sure to keep your eyes forward. But there's two videos in there. One of Synth Riders, you can see the notes coming at you, and then like a side as they're going through the house. And then at the end, there's a whole race of dash racing, which is really neat. So enjoy that, and then we'll see you next week for another episode of Virtual Reality in VR. Have a good one.